We have all thought about it and seen many movies and anime on the topic of time traveling.
The rings take us to the future and then always bring us back.
They're soft, they're moist, they're for babies.
No doubt, when we do something wrong or make the biggest mistake in our lives, we just wish we had a time machine with us so we could go back and do it all over again. Without a doubt, this world and our lives would certainly be different if we indeed could go back in time. But how exactly would this world be different if we were able to go back in time? That's what we will discuss in this episode. But before we move forward in time with this video, please be sure to subscribe, and if you enjoy, please like and share. Now let's get to it. Coming in at number 5, taking advantage. No doubt, if society had the ability to time travel, people would be taking advantage of time traveling in many ways. Probably the biggest way is knowing who won what game and placing bets, becoming millionaires.
You want to be rich, don't you? Oh yeah, sure, right, that's rich. You're gonna make me rich? You see this book? This book tells the future. It tells the results of every major sports event till the end of the century. Football, baseball, horse races, boxing. The information in here is worth millions.
This would work if only one person had access to time travel. But then it wouldn't matter if the whole world was doing it. Then it would turn into going back and seeing that great game that you know and love, or showing your grandkids the game you went to years ago. Instead of describing it, you can show them.
Well, he goes, and 35,000 fans, they charge the field, Yeah, he's fucking balling up. He's out.
People would also be using time travel for personal gain, gaining knowledge of the stock market to guide his or her investment decision effectively. Number 4, military tactics. Militaries might rely on time travel to gain valuable information and knowledge about the enemy and also of wars and battles that would be fought, perhaps maybe even stopping some wars before they even happen. If people are able to see how a war starts before it even starts, they might be able to stop the war, saving countless lives. On the other hand, let's say a war was unavoidable and would happen. Governments could gain knowledge of future battles and the enemy's tactics before the battle starts. However, if one side has a time machine doing this, who's to say the other side isn't doing the same thing with their time machine?
Hey, Sergeant Max engaging somebody just northwest of it.
Northwest of the house?
Roger. He dipped out. Intel's got a weapon now, but I didn't take 10.
Number 3. History books would no longer be necessary. I remember back when I was in school, every time I went to history class and the teacher would always tell us to open our history books. While today we would be learning about the Holocaust or the creation of the United States Constitution, we would sit and discuss on the things that happened. However, with Time Machine, most history books would be tossed out, while now students would be taking a trip to the past to see rather than read about what happened. This would also settle many historical debates and verify how things played out. Imagine how different our understanding would be if we could say definitively, for example, seeing the Red Sea depart for Moses. Or if Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in killing John F. Kennedy. Or seeing if D.B. Cooper really did survive after he jumped from the plane and did actually get away with the money from the bank he robbed. A journey to the past may prove or disprove many events people claim to have happened. Number 2. It would be easier to bring back extinct animals. It is always sad to hear when a certain species is going extinct or already has been extinct. However, with time travel, we can simply go back to the time the animal or plants were alive, bring 2 or 3 back to the present, and watch as they start to repopulate again.
I don't think you're giving us our due credit.
Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
And number 1, things just won't be important anymore. In a world where the relationship between past, present, and future is turned on its head, we would transcend to the things that define our lives today. We would lose our notion of how times work, which would be fundamentally damaging to our worldview, that we would no longer care as much about the things that matter to us today. Be it work, finances, making plans with friends and family, shopping. These things wouldn't be relevant to us anymore, because we would feel we have all the time in the world now. We miss a day we were supposed to hang out with friends or family. What would it matter? We would just go back in time that day and make up for it, and we probably would remember to do it a month later.
Okay, well now that you're home, maybe you can tell me why you missed your own wedding yesterday.
Babe, I can fix it, alright? There's this thing, it's called time travel. So since I wasn't there yesterday, I can go back in time on that day and I will fix it. I'll marry you then. We don't have to worry about me coming across myself since I wasn't there. I actually was drunk with my friends at the bachelor party. That's why I wasn't there, just to let you know. I'll fix it, okay? So let me get my phone here. The app of time travel is on my phone. You know, it's a new app that just came out. I can just go on my phone and I will fix this, all right? So let me just go ahead and I'll fix this. What do you think? Is there any other way time travel would affect the world in this hypothetical reality? Well, put it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed, please share and subscribe.